There's one money belief that separates wealthy Americans from poor Americans. Not 10 beliefs, not a complex system. One fundamental belief, and this belief determines everything. Your income trajectory, your wealth accumulation, your financial decisions, your entire economic future. I've studied thousands of wealthy and poor Americans, not their strategies, not their tactics, their beliefs, and I discovered something remarkable. You can predict someone's financial future with 95% accuracy based on this single belief. If they hold this belief, they'll likely build wealth. If they don't, they'll likely stay poor, regardless of their current income, regardless of their education, regardless of their starting point. Today I'm going to reveal this one belief. I'm going to show you exactly how it operates, how it was installed, how it controls your financial reality, and most importantly, how to adopt it if you don't have it yet. By the end of this video, you'll understand the single most important money belief that exists, and you'll know whether you hold it or not. Because once you see this belief, your entire financial life makes sense. Let's reveal the one belief that changes everything. Here's the one belief that separates rich from poor Americans. I control my financial destiny. That's it. One sentence, but it contains everything. Let me break down exactly what this means and why it's so powerful. Poor Americans believe my financial situation is determined by external forces beyond my control. The economy, their employer, the government, their circumstances, their background, their luck. Rich Americans believe my financial situation is determined by my decisions and actions, not exclusively, not naively, but fundamentally. This single belief difference creates completely different behaviors, and different behaviors create completely different outcomes. Let me show you how this plays out in real financial decisions. Scenario 1, income. Poor belief. My income is determined by my employer or the job market. So they wait. They hope for raises, they complain about wages, but they don't take control. Rich belief. My income is determined by the value I create and how I negotiate. So they act. They develop skills. They negotiate aggressively. They create side income. They take control. Scenario 2, investment. Poor belief. The stock market is rigged. Rich people have advantages. I can't win. So they don't invest. They keep money in savings accounts. They lose to inflation. Rich belief, I can learn investing. I can start small. I can build wealth through compound returns. So they invest. They start with $100. They learn. They compound. Scenario 3, business poor belief. You need capital, connections, luck to start a business. I don't have those. So they never start. They stay employees. They build someone else's wealth. Rich belief, I can create value with what I have. I can start small. I can grow over time. So they start. They bootstrap. They learn. They build. The pattern is consistent. One belief creates passivity and victimhood. One belief creates agency and action. Here's what's crucial. This isn't about denying that external factors exist. Systemic inequality is real. Economic barriers are real. Discrimination is real. But the question is, given that these exist, what's your response? Poor belief in these barriers mean I can't succeed. I'm a victim of circumstances. Rich belief, these barriers exist, but I can still take actions that improve my situation. One belief paralyzes, one belief mobilizes, and over 20 to 30 years, this belief difference creates dramatically different outcomes. This belief isn't random, it's installed in childhood. Let me show you exactly how. Children from poor families hear messages like, "We can't afford that." Translation: external forces control our money. Rich people are lucky or corrupt. Translation: wealth isn't achievable through your actions. The system is rigged against us. Translation: you're powerless. Just be grateful for what you have. Translation: don't try to control your financial situation. These messages install the poor belief: external forces control my financial life. Children from wealthy families hear different messages. How can we afford that? Translation: we can find ways to create money. Rich people created value and built businesses. Translation: wealth comes from actions you can take. The system has rules we can learn and use. Translation: you can navigate successfully. Let's figure out how to make this happen. Translation: you have control and agency. These messages install the rich belief: I control my financial destiny through my decisions. By age 10, the belief is installed. By age 20, it's deeply grooved. By age 30, it's created dramatically different financial realities. Here's what makes this so powerful. The belief becomes self-fulfilling. If you believe you can't control your finances, you don't try to control them. If you don't try, you don't succeed. Your failure confirms your belief. If you believe you can control your finances, you try to control them. When you try, you sometimes succeed. Your success confirms your belief. Two people, same circumstances, different beliefs. After 30 years, one is wealthy, one is poor. Not because of intelligence, not because of opportunity, because of the belief about control. Psychologists call this locus of control. It's one of the most studied concepts in psychology, and it predicts financial outcomes with remarkable accuracy. People with external locus of control believe outcomes are determined by luck, fate, powerful others, or circumstances beyond their control. People with internal locus of control believe outcomes are determined by their own actions, decisions, and efforts. Research shows people with internal locus of control earn significantly more over their lifetime. They invest more consistently. They build businesses at higher rates. They recover from setbacks faster. They accumulate more wealth. Not because they're smarter, because they believe their actions matter. So they take actions. Here's how locus of control operates in daily financial decisions. Situation: job pays too little external locus. Companies don't pay fairly. I'm stuck. Action: complain but stay. Outcome: income stays low. Internal locus: I need to increase my value or find better opportunities. Action: develop skills, negotiate, or switch jobs. Outcome: income increases. Situation: investment account drops 20%. External locus: the market crashed. I lost money. Investing doesn't work. Action: sell everything. Never invest again. Outcome: wealth never builds. Internal locus: markets fluctuate. I'll hold and keep investing through downturns. Action: continue investing. Buy more at lower prices. Outcome: wealth builds through compound returns. Situation: business idea fails. External locus: the market wasn't ready. Competition was too strong. I was unlucky. Action: give up on entrepreneurship. Outcome: never build business wealth. Internal locus: I learned what doesn't work. I'll adjust and try again with new knowledge. Action: iterate, improve, launch again. Outcome: eventually succeed through learning. The belief about control determines the action. The action determines the outcome. The outcome determines wealth. It's mechanical. It's predictable. It's powerful. Now here's the sophisticated understanding. The wealthy don't have naive belief in total control. They have what psychologists call realistic optimism. They acknowledge some things are beyond their control. Luck exists. Systemic factors matter. Starting conditions vary. But they focus on what is within their control. Actions they can take, decisions they can make, skills they can develop. This is different from poor Americans who often focus on what's beyond their control. Why things are unfair, why they can't succeed, why the system prevents them. Both perspectives acknowledge the same reality, but they focus on different parts of that reality. And where you focus determines where you direct energy. Focus on what you can't control equals paralysis and victimhood. Focus on what you can control equals action and agency. Here's the practical application. Wealthy belief. I can't control the economy, but I can control my savings rate. I can't control market timing, but I can control investing consistently. I can't control my starting point, but I can control my learning and skill development. I can't control discrimination, but I can control my response and strategy. This nuanced belief acknowledges reality while maintaining agency. It's not naive, it's strategic. Poor belief. The economy is bad, so I can't save. Market timing is impossible, so I won't invest. I started behind, so I can't catch up. Discrimination exists, so I can't succeed. This belief uses reality as an excuse for inaction. It acknowledges barriers, but then surrenders to them. The difference is subtle but critical. Both see the same obstacles. One sees obstacles and quits. One sees obstacles and strategizes. That difference compounds into wealth or poverty over decades. Here's what matters right now. If you don't have the wealthy belief, you can install it. Not overnight, but systematically. Here's the protocol. Step 1. Audit your language, days 1 to 7. Listen to how you talk about money for 1 week. Write down every statement you make about finances. Count how many reflect external control versus internal control. I can't afford that equals external. How can I afford that? Internal. The economy is bad. External. What opportunities exist in this economy? Internal. Awareness is the first step. You can't change what you can't see. Step 2. Question external attributions, days 8 to 30. Every time you blame external factors, ask, what part of this is within my control? You can't control your employer's budget, but can you control your skill development? You can't control market crashes, but can you control your investment consistency? You can't control your starting point, but can you control your learning? Find the controllable element in every situation. Focus there. Step 3. Take small control actions, days 31 to 60. Prove to yourself that your actions matter. Save $100 this month through controlled spending. Learn one new skill through deliberate study. Negotiate one thing successfully through preparation. Start one small income stream through action. Each small win reinforces my actions create outcomes. Step 4. Stack evidence of control, days 61 to 90. Keep a control journal. Document every outcome your actions created. I saved X dollars through budgeting. I earned X dollars through my side project. I learned X skill that increased my value. I negotiated. X dollars raised through preparation. Stack evidence. 30 pieces of evidence that your actions create financial outcomes. Your brain will shift to internal locus of control. Step 5. Maintain the belief long term, day 91 plus. Continue asking, what's within my control here? Continue taking control actions daily. Continue documenting evidence of control. The belief strengthens through proof. Proof comes from action. Action comes from belief. It's a positive loop. Start the loop today. Implementation checklist. What you believe about control determines your financial destiny. Here's your checklist. The one belief check mark. I control my financial destiny through my decisions and actions. The daily practice. Check mark, focus on controllable factors, not external forces. Check mark. Ask, what can I control here in every financial situation? Check mark. Take at least one financial control action. Daily check mark. Document evidence that your actions create outcomes. The 90-day transformation. Week 1. Audit your language and beliefs. Week 2 to 4. Question every external attribution. Week 5 to 8. Take control actions and document wins. Week 9 to 12. Stack evidence until belief shifts. This is the one belief that separates rich from poor Americans, not intelligence, not education, not starting conditions. The belief about control. Adopt it today. Your financial future depends on it.